Hello friends, I am Arpit and I am here with today's analysis. Today is 10th of November and we are going to deal with two very important topics. The first is Bhutan King's visit to India. Actually, the King of Bhutan was on an 8-day visit to India from 3rd of November till 10th of November. Today is his last day of visit. During his visit, he visited the state of Assam, then he came to Delhi. From Delhi, he went to Maharashtra. For the very first time, he has been to states of Assam and Maharashtra. There were deals signed with the government of India, and a 9-point agenda was discussed, which we will also be discussing in detail in this video. Apart from it, we will also be looking into significance of a country like Bhutan, the political significance, economic significance, and such like. A few days ago, we covered, Bhutan's resolution of border dispute with China, and in which Bhutan was talking about establishing diplomatic relations with China. We will also try to link that particular news piece with this particular news piece so that you get a holistic picture. Then the second topic which we are going to cover is Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness, IPMDA. It is basically an initiative undertaken by the Quad in the year 2022. The main aim of this initiative is to make the Indo-Pacific region more secure for transit. How? One such way is to tackle dark shipping. Dark shipping is basically those ships which do not come under the, I would say, scanner, or they are not monitorable. There's a device on every ship. Due to that device, the movement of that ship is monitored by the people on shore. So dark shipping, the devices are shut off. So this is what it is all about. Now, Bhutan King's visit to India. His Majesty Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk is visiting India for 8 days along with a Bhutani delegation. And he's come to Assam, from there to New Delhi, now from New Delhi to Maharashtra. Then he'll go back to Bhutan. Multiple round of talks, including with the Indian Prime Minister, with the Indian Minister of External Affairs, have been done. And a 9-point program has been signed between both the countries. This 9-point program includes, points with respect to rail connectivity, road connectivity, upgrading various checkposts to integrated checkposts. It is also talking about increasing trade, cultural relations between both the countries. Bhutan is wanting India to give more and more scholarships to the Bhutanese students. Now, on all these points, these 9 points are based, so we'll see them point by point. Apart from it, the Bhutanese king also congratulated India on successfully hosting the G20 summit here in Delhi, that is September 2023. Bhutan as a country is really very important for us because it is a buffer state between India and China. Bhutan's growing proximity with China will definitely be a problem for India. We would always want Bhutan to be more proximate, or I would say more in proximity to India. So let us look into the details, whatever happened. The King of Bhutan, His Majesty Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk, accompanied by senior officials from Royal Government of Bhutan, is paying an official visit 3rd to 10th of November. Means an 8-day visit. Assam to New Delhi. Then from here he will be traveling to Maharashtra. He is meeting the Prime Minister of India as well as the External Affairs Minister, Mr. S. Jaishankar. Now, 9 steps to expand ties. These 9 steps were, circumventing trade, technology, cross-border connectivity, mutual investments, education, people-to-people contacts. All these areas were touched by these 9 points. So let us look at these 9 points one by one. The first was to undertake the final location surveys for cross-border rail link connecting Kokrajhar in Assam to Jelefu in Bhutan. So they're talking about rail links. Also to consider establishing rail link between Banarhat in West Bengal, and Samse in Bhutan. So, final location survey for this is being done, means this is getting finalized, and this needs to be considered. They want to increase train connectivity with India more and more. Next is to designate Daranga, Samdrup, Jongkhar as immigration checkpost between Bhutan and India to facilitate entry and exit of third country nationals by land route or enhancing connectivity and promoting tourism. See, Bhutan is a landlocked country, and Bhutan always relies on other countries for its international trade as well as transit. Now, nationals from other countries, if they want to come via India, so for that purpose, this was talked about, that Daranga in Assam, Samdrup, Jongkar in Bhutan. This particular, I would say, checkpost should be considered as an immigration checkpost where citizens of other countries should also allowed to enter Bhutan. Then the third is, Government of India is positively considering Bhutan's request for concessional finance in the area of skill development and capacity building under the Gyalsang project. The Gyalsang project is the project of Bhutan where every youth of Bhutan for 1 year they have to undergo this training program. Some or the other skills is being taught to every youth in Bhutan as soon as that person turns 18 years. Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is. And for that, Bhutan needs funds. For that, Bhutan has requested India to designate Haldibari in West Bengal and Chilahati in Bangladesh rail route as an additional trade route for Bhutan's trade with Bangladesh. So that Bhutan's trade with Bangladesh will happen via India. So they are requesting this. Government of India to provide bridge financing for the period between 12th and 13th 5-year plan in Bhutan. So Bhutan also runs on 5-year plans. Now India does not run on 5-year plans, but India used to run on 5-year plans. But Bhutan is still running on 5-year plans. So bridge financing for the period between 12th and 13th 5-year plan, there is a passage, or I would say there is a pause in between both these plans for that time. If financing or funds are needed, so Bhutan is looking towards India that can you provide us funds? Then Government of India said yes, we will. Government of India will provide bridge financing. Now to strengthen trade infrastructure, including by suitable upgradation of existing land customs station at Dadgiri in Assam to an integrated checkpost. Now there is this checkpost in Dadgiri. It has to be upgraded to integrated checkpost. Integrated checkposts are those posts through which connectivity to Bhutan will be there, and further connectivity to Southeast Asia can also be considered. So this is there. Seventh is to strengthen collaborative framework in environmental conservation. Now, environmental conservation and all is very close to the hearts of the Bhutanese. So for that purpose also they're seeking, I would say, help or assistance. Wildlife preservation, forestry under the framework, MOU for developing cooperation in the areas of environment, underscoring the shared commitment to safeguarding ecological diversity of the region. Largely this point is related with environment conservation. So yes, we've agreed that we will be collaborating on this front also. Now here only I would want to add an additional point that last year India helped Bhutan launch a satellite. This year the base station for that satellite was established in Bhutan by ISRO. What that satellite will do? That satellite will, do the surveillance, take HD pictures, and those pictures will help in better conserving the environment by the Bhutanese. Now, environment conservation is very much close to their hearts. Then to allocate additional MBBS seats for Bhutanese students in medical colleges in Assam as an endeavor to ensure access to quality medical education and training to Bhutanese nationals. That is why probably the king visited Assam. Then to double the outlay under ambassador scholarship for Bhutanese students pursuing higher education in India. So they want more and more, I would say, educational connection in this field, education field. First MBBS, then overall higher education. So these are the 9 points which we need to know, that on all these 9 points things were being talked about. But yes, let us know the overall significance of Bhutan. And here in this we should know first the geopolitical significance of Bhutan. Bhutan shares border with 4 states of India: Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, West Bengal, and Sikkim. It is nestled in the Himalayas. It acts like a buffer between India and China. So that is the main significance of Bhutan. It is politically stable, but if some unrest is there, then it is not in favor of India. We have a good relationship with the king. There is limited democracy over there. The real powers are vested with the king, and we share a good relation with the king. Politically stable Bhutan is in our favor. I would say restive Bhutan, or I would say a disturbed Bhutan, is definitely not in our favor. Then Bhutan is important for intra-continental connectivity. The BBIN project, BBIN, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal. This project has been envisaged for establishing cross-country connectivity in the South Asian region. South Asian region is also, I would say, very least connected. But 2018-19, Bhutan backed out of this project, citing environmental concerns. We said that if this project is signed, we become part of this project, there will be more movement into Bhutan of vehicles and all, which will pollute our environment. Bhutan also happens to be one of those countries which are, I would say, carbon negative. Means they emit less and they suck in more carbon. So this is what it is, and this is how the BBIN project would be. Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, India is over here, like this. So this region will get connected. So presently Bhutan is temporarily out of it. They are still considering it, but Nepal, Bangladesh and India are in it, and they are going on for increasing connectivity through multiple routes or multiple modes, rail connectivity, road connectivity and all. Here we can see that Bhutan is wanting to bilaterally or individually establish connectivity with India, rail connectivity and all. So there may be a possibility that in the times to come, BBIN is again revived. BBIN revived means Bhutan is also added. Presently it is BIN, but it can be BBIN again, because Bhutan is, loosening up on its stance, which it has taken since 2018-19. Now the economic significance of Bhutan. Now Bhutan is one such country which has immense hydroelectric power potential. Lot of rivers. Since it is hilly, so height is there. And in dams you need what? Potential energy. Height, the water falls on the turbines. Then the turbines run, generate electricity. So India has constructed 4 hydroelectric power projects in Bhutan. 60 megawatt Kuricho hydroelectric power project, 1020 megawatt Tala hydroelectric power project. This is the largest. 336 megawatt Chukha hydroelectric power project, and 720 megawatt Mangdechu hydroelectric power project. This is the latest. So UPSC from here can ask questions. These are factual informations. Only 4 hydroelectric power projects are being, are constructed by India. We construct it, we give it to them, we buy electricity from them, which is generated in these hydroelectric power projects. And here the Bhutanese think that India is manipulating our market. India is buying electricity at cheaper prices. We should have been given more prices for that. Let's see what happens. Now Bhutan provides a market for Indian commodities and is a destination for Indian investment. Obviously, trade between India and Bhutan is governed by India-Bhutan Trade and Transit Agreement, which was signed in 1972. Trade to we know, import, export. Transit, why? Because see, Bhutan is here. This is Bhutan and this is India. So India, Kolkata port, a lot of reliance of Bhutan is there, because all export import of Bhutan apart from India happens through the Kolkata port. And India allows free transit of goods via its territory if those goods are going to Bhutan from wherever they have come. It is like this. So it was agreed to by India in the India-Bhutan Trade and Transit Agreement, which was signed in 1972. It was renewed in 2016 and still in place. India is Bhutan's largest trading partner, no doubt about the fact. Trade rupees 95 billion, that is $1.25 billion. In 2020, this was the figure. It might have increased to around 1.3 to 1.4 billion dollars till now. India is constructing roads in Bhutan through its project Dantak. Project Dantak was started in the year 1961. This has been undertaken by the Border Roads Organizations, that is BRO, under Indian Army. So, motorable roads in Bhutan. It is being constructed by India. Next is cultural and educational significance. Now you might have seen in these 9 points, which were now also agreed, that a lot of demand by Bhutan for increasing the seats, for increasing the scholarships by India. So let us look into it. India and Bhutan share a historical relationship with respect to religion. Buddhism is the connecting link between these two countries. A large number of college-going Bhutanese students study in India. The government of India provides number of scholarships to Bhutanese students, which the Bhutanese are demanding to increase. Regular cultural exchanges also take place. There is this India-Bhutan Foundation, which was established in 2003, which takes care of cultural exchanges. And do you know that Bhutanese are also allowed to take this examination of UPSC Civil Services exam? They are allowed to sit. They will be allocated IAS, IPS and all. Except Indian Foreign Services, they can be allocated any service. This is the same case with Nepal also. No relationship is, complete without challenges. Challenges will be there. So this has to be understood. So what are our challenges with Bhutan? Let us look into it. The first challenge, India has meddled a lot in Bhutan's internal affairs. This is what the general popular sentiment in Bhutan is. But thankfully, Bhutan is not a democracy. Yes, it is actually thankfully for us, because if it would have been a democracy, things would have been complicated with Bhutan. Like we have complicated things with many democracies surrounding us, like Nepal, Maldives, Sri Lanka and all. So we have good rapport with the king. It is fine. There is a growing feeling in Bhutan that India's development of Bhutan's hydropower production is driven by self-interest, and India is getting Bhutan's surplus power at relatively cheap rates. This is a conception among them. So, this is there. Then establishment of camps by militant outfits in the dense jungles. Militant outfits or insurgent outfits from India, they have established their camps over there. And in the year 2004, there was an operation which was a joint operation by Indian Army and the Royal Bhutanese Army. That operation was called as Operation All Clear. So this is it. Then China's continuous claims to important border areas such as Chumbi Valley and Doklam. This has created a lot of challenges for India and Bhutan. Apart from it, Bhutan's growing proximity with China, like Bhutan's eagerness to, establish diplomatic relations with China. So this is basically the Chumbi Valley region. This green portion which you are seeing here, this is Chumbi Valley, this portion. This is Chumbi Valley. This is Doklam over here. And this line which you are seeing, the red line, is the China claim line. Means China claims that this portion of Bhutan is China's portion. This is the conflict between them. They want to settle this conflict, and Bhutan wants to establish diplomatic relations with China. If it is done, then challenges for India will increase with respect to Bhutan. Now, Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness. Indo-Pacific is Indian Ocean plus the Pacific Ocean. A region where China's expansionist activities has, created a lot of trouble for many countries. Indo-Pacific also happens to be one of those regions from where the major shipping routes of the world pass. Means majority of the world trade, that is import and export, is passing from that region. It is very much important that that region is safe for transit, it is secure for transit, and it is open for anyone to use. Because trade is something which obviously everyone is eyeing, whether small country or big country or medium country, any country. Quad as a grouping. Quad comprises of India, Japan, Australia and USA. This grouping actually formed in 2017, upgraded to ministerial level in 2019, is formed on this pretext that they want to make Indo-Pacific an open and free region. Open for anyone to do trade and all, and free from dominance of any country. And we very well know the dominance of which country we are pointing towards. This particular initiative, that is Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness, was an initiative taken by the Quad in 2022, specifically to target dark shipping. Now, what is dark shipping? Dark shipping, ships generally they have kind of a GPS installed on them, where through which we can track the movements of the ships, where that ship actually is. But dark shipping, those ships turn off that equipment so that they cannot be traceable. That is dark shipping. Obviously, they can be turned off for various reasons. Some illicit transport of goods and goods is happening. So this is like this. So IPMDA wants to target that. Let us look into the details. It was announced at the 2022 Quad Leaders Summit in Tokyo. It was announced to track dark shipping and build a faster, wider and more accurate maritime picture of near real-time activities in partners' waters. And partners here, basically India over here, Japan over here, Australia over here and USA over here. This is actually Quad. And this is Indian Ocean region. This is Pacific Ocean. This is basically the heart of Indo-Pacific. And here is China doing all those activities. I hope you're able to imagine things like this. This is Indo-Pacific. Now you'll be able to better imagine. Coordinated security dialogue. This is Indian Ocean. This is Pacific Ocean. This is the heart of Indo-Pacific. And at the heart of Indo-Pacific lies the ASEAN region, that is Association for Southeast Asian Nations. We have to secure this. And this is China, you can see. This is South China Sea, where China has been doing all these kind of activities. Purpose of IPMDA. The purpose, it is a technology and training initiative to enhance maritime domain awareness in the Indo-Pacific region and to bring increased transparency to its critical waterways. It harnesses innovative technologies such as commercial satellite radio, frequency data collection to provide partners across Southeast Asia, the Indian Ocean region and the Pacific with near real-time information on activities occurring in their maritime zones. Since they will be aware about all those activities occurring in their maritime zones, the maritime zones will be more secure, will be more safe. This is what the main objective of Quad is. And hence, IPMDA is an initiative, or I would say a step in that direction. And this is it from today's session. I will now not be meeting you tomorrow. I will now be meeting you after Diwali. Till then, you enjoy. I'm not going to say, you study, you keep reading, keep writing, keep revising. If you feel so, you keep doing that. Okay. But spend some time with your family. Eat some good food. And try to avoid crackers. I know that you all are responsible because we see the situation here. So anywhere you are, try to celebrate responsibly. That would be my, I would say, advice to you guys. Wish you all and your family members a very happy Diwali, a safe Diwali and a prosperous Diwali. I will be meeting you after Diwali now. Namaste. Jai Hind.